Hi guys, Jerry here coming to you from the home greenhouse for another edition of Cultivation Corner. It's been a long summer full of gardening and I've missed all of you. But let's talk about a favorite today. A lot of people think this flower is their absolute favorite and it's the most recognizable in the United States, I think, perhaps even in the world. They're usually really tall and they usually bring a big smile to people's faces. Can you guess what it is? Let's see. Check this out. We're going to talk today about the sunflower. Sunflower is a name that comes from Greek for the word sun, helios, and the word flower, anthos. Together, that makes helianthus, the botanical name for sunflower. Like I said, sunflowers bring smiles to many faces. That's because they're bright and cheery, but they also mean loyalty and adoration. In different cultures, different flowers mean different things. For example, in China, sunflowers are a sign of a long life and good fortune. Native Americans who planted sunflowers in the Americas originally considered them a sign of a good harvest and bounty. They relied on the sunflower not only to eat the seeds, but also to use the petals and other parts of the plant as dyes. So let's talk about some vocabulary, okay? Guess what's first? Sunflower, the name of our plant today. In Spanish, a sunflower is called un girasol. Our next vocab word is seed. In Spanish, la semilla. Sunflower seeds are a popular snack for many. You simply remove them from the sunflower, dry them, usually roasted in an oven, and maybe with a sprinkle of salt. I've also seen a way to cook an entire sunflower head on a grill. Allegedly, it tastes like corn on the cob. I'll let you know when I've tried it. Next, annual. In Spanish, el flor anual. Sunflowers are an annual flower rather than a perennial or biennial. That means they grow each year. One seed will make one tall flower stalk, and then the following year, you'll have to plant a seed again. Did you know that sunflowers are the fastest growing annual plant? That's how they reach such great heights each season, because they grow so quickly. And our final vocab word for today, pollen, el pollen. Pollen is important in creating food and flowers for all of us. I'm adding pollen as a vocab word this week because different pollinators like bees, birds, and butterflies love sunflowers for their pollen. They're nice and open-faced, so it's easy for all those pollinators to get in there and pick up some pollen. They're also a favorite of animals that aren't pollinators, like squirrels and deer, because those seeds are yummy. So, is everyone ready for a little stretch? I thought we could talk about how the sunflower grows and do a little stretch at the same time. Sunflowers grow nice and tall, like I said, at least traditional types. They grow up, up, up. Can you make yourself as tall as a sunflower? Let's see, reach high. Then, throughout the day, immature sunflowers turn to follow the sun. Can you reach high and follow the sun? And reverse it. The sun doesn't go this way, but we can. Oh, what a good stretch. Thanks for doing that with me, guys. So, sunflowers aren't just beautiful in gardens, but they've made a lot of beautiful artwork. They were originally grown in the Americas, but were quickly introduced in Europe, where a lot of famous artists use them for inspiration. One artist who loved to paint sunflowers was Vincent Van Gogh. He didn't live the happiest life, but he must have found joy in these joyous flowers. He painted fields of sunflowers, vases full of sunflowers, even self-portraits in front of sunflowers. He was crazy about them. His style was very painterly, as you can see. It's almost a cartoonish impression of what he saw. Another painter famous for painting sunflowers is Claude Monet. Claude Monet was part of the Impressionist movement. You can see that his sunflowers are a bit more realistic, almost like if a photograph had been looked at and made into a painting with little dots. Another artist, not so well known, is me. I've been painting sunflowers since I was a kid, probably your age. Check this one out. It's a whole bouquet of flowers, but I'd say this one's a sunflower, wouldn't you? So sunflowers are typically what color? That's right, yellow. But sunflowers come in all different varieties, especially now as commercial growers want different types to put in bouquets. Sunflowers are an excellent cut flower, and a lot of people like to give them as gifts or have them in their home. So this one here, you can see has an orange and brown color. This one is much bigger in comparison. Check that out. This is from a skyscraper sunflower. It was probably a good 9 feet tall. And again, remember, the taller the plant, the stronger the stem needs to be to support it. So the stem is nice and thick. There are all different types of sunflowers. Here's our skyscraper. They come in shades of orange. There's one called Moulin Rouge, which is red. There's even a brown sunflower called a chocolate sunflower. And there are even white varieties now too. The centers of the flowers can be big or small. The petals can be long or short. And believe it or not, there are even short sunflowers, grown specifically for kid gardeners like you. There are so many different kinds, and they're often one of the first plants someone will plant because the germination rate is great. It's easy to find a seed. I'll give you a close-up of those, and plant it because it's nice and big compared to other seeds. So it's easy for beginners who are just learning to garden, or for people who have trouble picking up tiny seeds. Sunflowers are a great option for them. So, how did I save these seeds? I took a sunflower head just like this one, and I let it dry a bit, so it turned into one like this. I took all the petals off because they were dried up, and I brushed the flowers aside. Let me come in close for you. And you can see the seeds. So then it's just a matter of peeling them out. And then what you're left with is just a seed head, no seeds. Sometimes if you see sunflowers out in nature, that's happened already. Squirrels and birds love to feast on them out in the garden. So what's your at-home activity for today? Think about what we talked about. Sunflowers are the subject of a lot of great artwork. I want to see what you can create. You can draw, you can paint, you can make a collage, whatever you want to do to be crafty. Make a beautiful sunflower or a field of sunflowers and make sure you share it with us. You can send it to your teacher or email it directly to me, Jerry, at gsherman@khcc-nyc.org. I can't wait to see what you make. Oh, I forgot to tell you one of my favorite facts about sunflowers. So we said they follow the sun as they're growing. But what if it's a cloudy day like today? Guess what they do? They turn to face each other like this to share their energy. Isn't that neat? All right, see you next time on Cultivation Corner.